Ghost hunting. We're all aware what ghost hunting is, with hundreds to thousands of YouTube channels dedicated to the genre, along with TV shows purely dedicated to the paranormal phenomenon. And in case you didn't know what ghost hunting is, here's the definition as described by Wikipedia. Ghost hunting is the process of investigating locations that are purportedly haunted by ghosts. Typically, a ghost hunting team will attempt to collect evidence supporting the existence of paranormal activity. Ghost hunters also refer to themselves as paranormal investigators. And just like ghosts, the evidence to prove their existence is not there. Like, I lie in the middle between believing and not believing, you know, the sweet spot. And recently I've been dragged back into the genre by this clip.
Billy starts acting very strange and has this sudden impulse to drink more whiskey.
Hey, out of all the times that we've been ghost hunting and stuff, I have never had an impulse. I want to drink that right now. I want another shot of this whiskey right now.
But then you're gonna be drunk.
It's the weirdest thing. Like, I want to do it. Can I just do it?
Well, you might get drunk.
No, they're telling me we should do it.
Billy,
Cheers.
that would be your third shot.
What is this, bro? They want me to do that 8-ball, dude. That's a weird impulse. That is a weird impulse, man. Carter starts acting very strange and has the sudden impulse to do an 8-ball. Out of all the times we've been ghost hunting, I've never had an impulse. I've never had an impulse. I want to do this 8-ball right now. The weirdest thing, I just want to do it. Alright, I'm doing it. Cheers! Our investigative team has concluded that the strange behavior experienced by Carta was the direct influence of ghosts. The ghosts are telling me to go to the casino and bet it all on black. Why do you pick black, man? Why black? Cause black don't crack, baby. These ghosts got me acting different, man. These ghosts what Mitch McConnell saw when he froze. All these ghosts in my body, I'ma start acting like Reagan McNeil at the club. I'm about to pull up on the ops with cursed spirit Maharaga. Danny Phantom said what on Twitter? These are spirits that be inside emo chicks' crystals, making them kinky as Another 8-ball in the possessed nun from the movies might start looking like an option. What was Trump thinking? Did he see the Holy Ghost in Stormy Daniels? I need the ghost that Kesha. Every time you yawn, a ghost puts his cock and balls in your mouth. I'll hotbox these ghosts and start acting like Kanye. Only whip I'm in is a Rolls Royce ghost. The Holy Spirit just handed me my keys after chugging some 1942. The car ride home's about an hour. I wonder if the ghosts of my ancestors can see me when I touch myself. Ball is bigger than Goku's spirit bomb. I'll be licking on her kitty cat like King Boo. Every time she farts, I see the Flying Dutchman. Now I understand why Pac-Man runs from those ghosts. Put Casper in front of a bad and he won't be so friendly. She was possessed from swallowing my kids. Had to do an exorcism on her throat. Need me a Lorraine Warren so I could start ghost hunting for some kitty cat. Oh my god. What the fuck? By the way, the stuff in the bag is chalk from rock climbing, so don't get any ideas, alright, feds? Look, I understand the concept of a ghost or demon possibly being able to influence somebody. And while I can't directly speak for ghosts, because last time I checked, I'm alive, unless I'm sorry, I won't do that again. I lied. I think the first thing I would personally do if I was a ghost would be touch myself. But not like that, you perverted, brain-rotted bastard. Touch my body in the sense that I won't phase through everything like a ghost supposedly would. But in the case of this clip, this might be a little controversial here. He might, hear me out. He might just wanted to have another shot. I know, very, very controversial take. Like, if you wanted another shot, you could have just taken it. You don't gotta blame the ghost. I imagine the ghost is just there like, hey bro, that wasn't even me, that was all him. What Kevin Harris saying that one song? Don't blame it on me, blame it on the night or something. This plays into another ghost hunting cliche where the ghost hunters are allegedly talking to a ghost through a appropriately named ghost box, which is a radio device that randomly scans AM and FM frequencies from which you can supposedly communicate with ghosts. And most of the time the ghosts are just like, this is such a nice place, I can't believe we got it that cheap. What's the ghost saying about this though?
I'm the last tenant of this place. If you stay here, you'll die within a year. Please save yourself.
Yeah, we're moving in today. U-Haul's outside. And the ghost hunters basically do everything the ghosts tell them not to do in order to like provoke some type of reaction from the ghosts. But most of the time it's just people asking questions in an empty and dark room waiting for something to happen.
If you're in here, could you just give us one tap?
Any day now, ghosts. Just waiting on you.
If there's anybody in this room with us now, please just give one tap. If you're in here, please tap twice for yes.
And all of a sudden,
If you're here, just tap the table.
and then boom, there's just a little creak or a tap and everybody freaks out, which is kind of hilarious, but super illogical. And I'm speaking as someone who lives in an old house that creaks and taps. Like, take my TV stands as an example. Oh my god, I just replicated that one meme. No! Take my TV stands, for example. Every now and then it makes some type of creaking or tapping noise during the day or nighttime, but I don't immediately assume it's a ghost. That's the only difference. But maybe I'm wrong and they're right, and the taps and creaks are ghosts trying to communicate with people. So I'm gonna put it to the test. It is currently 3:01 a.m. Hello. Are there any ghosts here? That's what I thought. I think my dog is like the closest thing to a ghost here. You sleepy? He's sleepy. My fan also creaks every now and then at night, but I don't immediately assume it's some type of otherworldly ghost trying to communicate with me through Morse code. Kind of like how they did in Interstellars, and the ghost is trying to tell me some super secret message that's gonna save the universe. That was just random ticks and taps from the motor spinning. Then again, I've never fully put the tips and taps on Morse code. I've never tried that because I don't know Morse code, and I think for now I'm fine with that. Imagine the whole time the ghost is like begging for help that it's stuck inside my fan or something. That'd be crazy. And overall, with the taps and creaks, I just feel like they're more scared of the lights being off than they are by the actual tapping and creaking noise. Like, would they really act the same if it happened when the lights were on? Let's be real here. I highly doubt they would. And quite frankly, there is nothing stopping the ghost from tapping while the lights are on, so hot take. Matter of fact, there's even something called flashlight communication, which involves the ghost turning the flashlight on and off to communicate with people. So if anything, they'd use the lights to communicate. Make it make sense. And let me debunk the tapping real quick. A simple Google search of "why does my house tap or creak at night" will tell you the answer. It literally tells you why this happens. When you have air and water in pipes, sometimes both air and water are in the pipes, causing them to vibrate and rattle. You will especially see this in older homes. Also, when pipes expand and contract because of the pipes heating up or cooling down, it can lead to strange noises. Quora also explains this pretty well. Temperature changes. As temperature fluctuates throughout the day and night, the materials in your house expand and contract. This can cause things like wood, metal, or plastic to make cracking or popping noises as they adjust to the temperature changes. Or humidity. Changes in humidity levels can also cause materials in your house to expand or contract, leading to noises such as creaking, popping, or cracking. So the same reason why the Eiffel Tower is taller during the summer months, it's the same reason why your house is, cracking. More specifically put it, thermal expansion. And if your house cracks at night, it would be thermal contraction, which is the material shrinking because it's getting cold. So in caveman terms, hot, big, cold, small. And if you're a guy, you could also kind of use your balls as an example. If it's cold, they shrivel up. If it's hot, they just hang. Huh? All right. No, don't judge me. I'm just trying to make sure you understand. All right. So all these haunted homes that just so happen to be hundreds of years old and made out of wood are not haunted. They're just really, really old. And the temperature changes when it's night and day, so it expands or contracts. So it all boils down to science, all right? That's what I'm trying to say. Or unless it's the other example, why houses creak, which you might have termites or rats in your walls. But enough with the sciencey explanations. While doing research for this video, I came across this clip.
Look at this.
What
Look
the
at this.
hell?
Look at this. Laying on the pillow, grabbing the money. Look where the hands are.
Gold digger ghost? What?
Amazingly, the XLS captures a figure, human in form and at the foot of the bed,
What am I looking at right now? There's nothing there.
which is reacting to our trigger objects. And if this isn't compelling enough, we have no idea what we're about to witness.
Oh no, what scary thing will I possibly bear witness to?
Oh, look at, she's grabbing him.
Yep.
She's grabbing him, dude. Whoa. Oh, she's mounted. Billy.
Are you assuming that ghost's gender? I find it so funny that the whole point of the device is to try to make sense of whatever's in front of it and make it into a humanoid shape. So while the thing is literally calibrating to figure out what's in front of it, and it realizes there's a person there and makes the outline, instead of being like, oh, just, you know, calibrate it on this guy, they're like, oh my god, the ghost is going cowgirl on you. Holy shit.
What we're witnessing now is unlike any XLS evidence we've ever captured. This spirit has moved upwards and is now laying on top of Aaron's body.
She's mounting you.
My wife is gonna be so pissed.
My wife is gonna be pissed. Oh no. A ghost just ended my marriage. What am I gonna tell the kids? I can't imagine someone's relationship ending just because they hooked up with a ghost. Oh wait, I can. Because I did what anybody that's overly curious would have done. And I looked up ghost sex on Google. All right, Your Honor, I'm guilty. That's right, I did it. It was me. It was me, Barry. And there were several posts on Quora, Reddit, and YouTube about having relationships with ghosts. There's even a term for it. It's called spectrophilia. Honestly, it just sounds terrible. Like anything that ends with the name philia, bad rep. Really bad rep. It's also known as phasmophilia, which is the sexual attraction to either ghosts or sexual arousal from images in mirrors, as well as the alleged phenomenon of sexual encounters between ghosts and humans. What? And the most interesting post online about this is of a woman that went on the British talk show This Morning, which you might know of from the "If my grandmother was a bike."
If my grandmother had wheels, she would have been a bike. You know what? You know.
Yeah, when I first saw that, I laughed pretty hard, I'm not gonna lie. And in an episode that aired in 2017, a woman by the name of Amethyst Realm, which, quite frankly, it might be a pseudonym. I hope, otherwise the name is like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Described her intimate encounter with a ghost.
You had sex?
Yeah, I had sex with the ghost.
With a ghost?
Yeah. Yes.
And if you're wondering, by the end of her experience, she did the, you know, that thing that people do. And eventually she got caught with the ghost by her fiance? What?
And eventually you got busted by your boyfriend.
I did, yeah. I was he came home from work a day early, and apparently he says he saw the shape of a man through the spare room window when he pulled up.
The bar's never been so low, has it? Babe, I'm back from work. Oh yeah, you like that ectoplasm, don't you? Yeah, I do. The hell was that noise? Babe, I can explain, he's just a friend. Are you cheating on me with a ghost? I was cheating on you with a ghost. Why? There's just something about him. Boo. If I was him, I would probably become like a ghostbuster or an exorcist. Just declare war on every ghost. Kind of like how Obito from Naruto started like a whole world war because his crush died. Kind of like that. Yeah, that would push me to the brink. Either that or just become a monk in Tibet or go to Alaska, cabin, dog, just be fishing, collect firewood for the winter. I feel like moving to Alaska is every man plan, not even be, just like Plan Z. That's last resort. And she's gone on to have more than 15 spirit lovers, according to the description. And this was 7 years ago, so I'm guessing that number has gone up. Which, I'm not gonna lie, getting ran through by spirits is a little crazy. 15? 15 spirits? God damn. Local spirit world bop. And if we're counting those as bodies, this is just like an infinite body glitch. Like, how does this work? Like, I could just be like, that's one. That's one body. And if being with the ghost counts as a body, then this just infinite XP glitch, I guess. I don't know. To my surprise, she came back a year later on the show saying that she was going to marry and start a family with her Australian ghost boyfriend. Man, we used to be hunter-gatherers, bro. This is crazy. And she met her Australian ghost boyfriend on a trip to Australia and even joined the My High Club on her way back to the UK.
You did say that actually on the flight back from Australia, you did actually go into the loo and do what some people do.
Member of a Mile High Club, yeah.
Which is information I involuntarily learned, and now you have to as well. And I don't know, I might be with her on this one. I don't know. Australians are hot. Australia gave us Margot Robbie, and for my girlies, I guess you guys have Chris Hemsworth and his brother. So, oh, and the ghost that she cheated with, yeah, that ghost ghosted her, which leads me to this comment right here. He was her boo, and then he ghosted her. That's such a good comment. Also, this comment: when your initial poorly conceived lie about cheating on your fiance spirals wildly out of control, but you're already committed to it. Who was that man I saw through the curtains? Baby, it was just a ghost, I swear. And in 2020, she went back on the show and proclaimed to the world, the planet, that she had to call off the wedding with her ghost boyfriend. You wanna know why? Because he began to act oddly, coming home with unknown spirits and began to act drunk. Which, an alcoholic ghost, that does ring a bell.
Now they're telling me we should do it.
Do it.
Cheers!
But aside from people showing early signs of mental decline and trying to give birth to Danny Phantom, ghost hunting to me seems like a fun activity for people who are subconsciously and paranoid of the dark. And I think the best example of this is Ryan and Shane from the YouTube channel Watcher, which by the way is my favorite ghost hunting YouTube channel. Ryan's just scared of everything and Shane simply just does not care or believe in ghosts, which is a really good dynamic, sort of like bad cop, good cop, but with ghosts. I also think their show is the most realistic because almost nothing ever happens and it's just Ryan and Shane making fun of each other. And like Ryan and Shane, ghost hunters tend to go to places with high amounts of paranormal activity. One of them in particular is the Sally house, which I think just gets milked dry. Like if you search up Sally house on YouTube, it's just video on video on video of the house. That at some point I just actually started to get a little bit of annoyed. Like, go somewhere else. Leave Sally alone. It's always the Sally house, the Conjuring house, the Queen Mary, or some old haunted hotel. Like there's no way these are like the only haunted locations that are on the map. No way. And you think with all the footage and documentation of these places, there actually be some solid evidence of ghosts? Like a ghost doing a little Fortnite dance or something, and not, you know, an ugly, blurry picture. Every now and then, though, you do get a ghost in perfect 4K, and just when all the skeptics are about to see the light, John Wolf just comes out of nowhere and LeBron block Iguodala Game 7 debunks that shit immediately. Completely shuts it down. And that's when you realize ghost hunting is like autism. It's a spectrum. There's the non-believers, debunkers, and then there's the I want to believe I'm out there hunting ghosts. So you're either watching a video about some kid that got a UAV kill streak on his family and now the house is super haunted, or you're watching how fake that video is and how people are just lying to their audience. There's also super fake ghost hunting videos, which are a little personal favorite of mine. And I've yet to see John Wolf debunk those. So until that day comes, as far as anybody with a single-digit age is concerned, those videos are real. Another interesting aspect of ghost hunting is psychics. Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. Psychics. And if you aren't aware, psychics are people who claim to use powers rooted in parapsychology, such as extrasensory perception, to identify information hidden from the normal senses, particularly involving telepathy or clairvoyance, or who perform acts that are apparently inexplicable by natural laws. So we have Professor Xavier hunting Casper the Friendly Ghost. And chances are you've seen a YouTuber bringing a psychic to communicate with ghosts, which I think is the most con artist thing ever. There's literally nothing to stop a psychic from just doing some research beforehand and just being there like, yeah, this ghost hates y'all with a passion. Hey, I don't even know what he's talking about. Y'all seem pretty chill to me so far. Yeah, he's saying he wants to like break like your neck and stuff.
What are you talking about, man? I didn't say that.
Gruesome stuff.
What? Y'all stay lying on my name?
Yeah, I think we're in harm's way here.
No, you're not, bro. You just chill.
It's a bad spirit.
Bro, I'm the chillest ghost you'll ever meet.
But psychics in the ghost hunting world are actually treated with skepticism, which is kind of ironic because, you know, you believe in ghosts, but psychic powers is where the line is drawn. Even ghost hunters are just like, yeah, that's not real. And a couple months ago, a psychic couple by the name of Cody and Satori, and I'm using the word psychic very loosely here because they describe themselves as a, quote, paranormal couple. So what else could that possibly mean? Who are two caretakers of the Conjuring House, were exposed for their fake method of contacting spirits, which involved a couple holding hands, saying the alphabet out loud, from which ghosts would make a knocking sound and spell words. Unfortunately, this was just a big lie, as Corey would just pop his joints whenever Satori would recite the alphabet to spell out words like this. Yeah, I know, it's kind of nasty. Kind of cool at the same time. Hidden talent. And the spirits whom the couple would communicate with were oftentimes the deceased relatives of whoever was there. And the couple was able to figure out the identity of the deceased loved one because people are required to give out their full name before going to the Conjuring House.
This deception was done by Googling the visitors' full legal names, which they're required to give in order to stay at the Conjuring House, and from that, finding the obituaries of their deceased relatives.
And from that, you know, they would find the family's information, which I think is super duper f***ed up. Because I imagine they were just like on Ancestry.com and like, Satori, yep, we're using his great pawpaw this time. Listen, if things seem too good to be true, they probably are. And I know Sam from Sam and Colby fell for this, and quite honestly, he has my full sympathy because at that moment in time, I probably would have done the same thing. I would have gotten really emotional. But a couple days later, I would have been like, what was my great pawpaw doing at the Conjuring House? So yeah, ghost hunters, psychics, or paranormal couples are just con artists until proven otherwise. But aside from supernatural psychics, there's also a bunch of devices that are used to allegedly communicate with ghosts. Devices like infrared and or ultrasonic motion sensors, digital and analog audio recording, Ouija boards, night vision, vibration activated light spheres, thermographic cameras, as well as many others. And even with these devices, it's really not enough convincing evidence to prove the existence of ghosts. For example, night vision cameras. They often capture orbs that can be easily debunked as insects or dust particles in the air or some type of cobweb. And cold spots captured by thermographic cameras also have a scientific explanation, if you even care. There's also air quality monitoring equipment that can detect gases in the air such as carbon monoxide, which is supposedly thought to contribute to paranormal activity.
God, bro, no.
Oh my God. It just detected your fart, bro.
I think that one clip sums up the seriousness of ghost hunting. But as you can tell, it works pretty well. Also, were the background sound effects really necessary for this clip? I think 50% of ghost hunting is just scary sound effects that build up tension. 20% actually ghost hunting. 20% explanations and information about the location they're in, and then just 10% B-roll footage. And with everything I just said, you'd think there'd be something, just a little nugget of pure, solid evidence. But there isn't. In a world full of security cams and phones that could go up to like 100 times zoom and can get a perfect 1080p picture of the moon, there's not a single solid picture of a ghost. The math ain't mathing. Make it make sense. But big props to anyone who's ever gone ghost hunting, because you'd have to have some insane amount of blackmail to get me in there. Especially the really old buildings, because they're damn near cancer spawn centers, just asbestos and lead paint everywhere. But mostly because I get a little scared, I'm not gonna lie. But regardless, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. A little insight in the hilarious, strange, weird, and a little delusional world of ghost hunting. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you next time.